Where I turn the things on. Help. Hello. You're back. So weird. I don't know what I'm doing already. Welcome back everybody to Whispers of Hope, our Legend of Zelda based Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We are short one player tonight. Miss Lumi will be absent for today. And then Velkorin is just running late from work. So hopefully will show up when he shows up. Other than that, we're just getting a little late start just to give more time for the other people. But other than that, we will start with our intros as usual. Starting with Vivra.
Hello, I am Rhettaliate, aka Vivra Lakru, the Twili druid.
Mira.
I'm JaxiHeart. I play Demira, the weapon spirit.
Akari.
I'm Sky/CeruleanxIris, and I play Akari, the Shiekah rogue.
Our first missed player, or late player, is Velkorin, who is played by AlistairForgall, Twili Ranger, and then our absent player is Miss Lumi, played by NibiNekomata, who is a Rito bard. Myself, I am Zom, the dungeon master for the campaign.
The most important person here.
Half kind of important character. First thing. Like
Character, yeah, you heard it here first. Zom is
existence.
merely
I am
a
an
character.
entity. I don't exist. Anyway,
He's one of the NPCs I made up.
yes.
Oh, you made him up so that he could make the rest of them up.
Yeah.
Spoilers. The crystal ball next to her desk that talks to her.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway.
Oh, that's why your internet gets interrupted, but hers doesn't.
Yeah. Because she knocked
The
me over and I'm
ether.
rolling around under the desk and she can't pick me up fast enough.
Jaxie's like, everything's fine. We're good.
Do not look behind the curtain.
The last 2 or so streams I did, my internet was fine and my OBS was fine. Knock on wood, I don't think it's broken anymore. I am thinking it might have been my auto subtitle thing that was like outdated or something that was messing with it somehow. Because I got rid of that and so far it's been working. I don't know if that's how somehow was causing this, but either way, it should be working for now. Question mark. But we'll find out. If not, I always have the VODs that we upload afterwards on YouTube, so. Where's blue? What? We're blue,
And we're
right?
blue.
And we're blue.
Probably.
I was like, huh? Right. Updated. Change
I was
the
looking at the background and admiring it.
We're in the Zoro's domain again. We're using the Zoro domain to relay that text. We're blue has that excuse me. I'm just dying, it's fine. Anyways. Recap for what happened last session. Quite a few important things, I guess, happened this time. Say plot related stuff or lore related stuff, whatever. The party questioned 2 of the surviving thugs that tried to kidnap Demira. Vivra using her detect thought spell. The party learned that their goal was to kidnap Demira, but without killing her, as well as keeping the rest of the party away from interfering. They also found out that these orders came from a morally questionable mercenary guild that was known as the Bloodhound. Due to their tendency to take bounty hunting jobs, that's kind of where it's the questionable morality stuff that's going on with them. Velkorin showed recognition towards the name and took action to ensure a message would reach their leader. Quote, the son of Como says, leave us the fuck alone, unquote. And then he also wrote in ink under the other guy's sleeve a threatening note that just said, we know. The 2 surviving bloodhounds fled with their lives spared. Malice, who had assisted in rescuing Demira, was watching the sidelines. The party questioned how he had appeared there, and he explained his intentions were to meet the party halfway to help escort them back to Zora's domain. He had heard the commotion from the road and left the action to help base. Lumi brings up the topic of Iva, the man who shared an identity identical to Malice, which Malice requested a private conversation between. Notes, make sure I don't spoil what was read because people weren't there for that. Malice revealed the truth about the connection between himself and Iva to Lumi away from the others. And then, basically, after that, the group continued to trek back to the Zora's domain with Malice's caravan escort. Demira read books from the party and dreamily, that's not counts Corvids as she sees with the rhyme of omens. Vivra started to open up to Lumi about herself and about speaking about her late brother Zorak. Akari was mostly fighting the skeletal knight in her sleep in an attempt to learn his techniques. Velkorin was writing letters of inquiry to multiple different contacts, basically, as he does. And then Lumi was also asking a few more questions about weapon, his weapon himself that he had, which he responds that he doesn't remember exactly where he bought it. Lumi runs a few tests using, with help from Demira, using her mysterious book that she acquired at some point to see if anything is affecting Mal, which they find out that he is indeed at least exhausted and wounded, but everything else seems to be normal about him. After learning that, they kind of leave the case alone as for now and continue onwards. As the party finally reaches the Zora's domain towards the gate, they are reunited with Eli, who plops down in the front seat next to Vivra and Lumi and hands each of them a couple different letters that they have been waiting for response.
Bundles of letters.
Basically, that's where we are starting.
We're in the carriage, just arriving at the front gates, right?
Yes.
Are we at the front gates now?
Basically, yes. He was basically
Eli
waiting.
hopped on with us.
Yeah, we really don't have time to read right now. There's much else to do.
But,
That was a lot.
That was a lot more. I was like, oh.
More than I remembered.
Well, I was a lot of important plot-related stuff, I guess. So let's make sure that most of it was conveyed, what everybody was doing and what happened. Roll for the goddess inspiration.
Yay!
That is a 2. Demira.
Yay!
And I am making
I gotta remember to use it.
Yes, that is what I'm doing. I'm making an addendum to the goddess inspiration rule. Just to you can hold it until you need to use it. So we're gonna
My
adjust.
D4 stabbed me.
We're gonna adjust that.
It's always the D4. Oh wait, so we get to keep it just forever?
You can hold one until you need to use it. So
oh my
just
gosh.
because I've
Do you have
had
any idea how many I ended up not using?
that's the point. Is it seems like a lot of the times you guys don't end up using it, so we'll say you guys can hold one starting this session. So
I'm guessing we can hold it but not stack it up.
No, you get one.
Maximum of one.
Yes.
Like even if you get it again, the next one will be like you already have one, so it's just still one.
Yep, correct. Do that. But yeah, with that, so you guys are basically on the bridge leading your way back into the Zoro's domain itself. Yeah, basically that. Plenty of things to do. The hustle and bustle of the town itself.
How recovered does the town look after the? Because we left when they were rebuilding, right? Like
Yeah.
they were just starting the project.
Which
And it's been a few weeks
it's
now.
getting there now. It's definitely not up to what it was when you first arrived the last. Yes.
That's so many people. That's too many people.
That's too many.
Crowd.
Too many
The
people.
village.
I,
The village
I
one.
can't squeeze through the window of the caravan.
I have village, city, and town, and I'm like, all these are not descriptive enough. The
I
village.
mean, it is a fairly large city, right?
It is fairly. It's large, but not like filled with stuff. It's very open. Everything is very open here. There's not much walls and doors and such.
Most of the folks kind of live under the water, don't they?
Yes, basically.
Because we're in Florida. Yeah.
A little.
A little bit. I'm waiting for someone to go, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I would.
That's for me to know and you to find out. Yes,
Right.
that is deity.
Exactly. But as far as the, I guess, presentation, I lost the word. I had the word and then it was gone. The appearance of the village itself right now, it looks like most of the Royal Plaza has been repaired with the existing materials that they have in order to accommodate the coronation that's going to continue to happen now since it was interrupted before. The rest of the domain itself is kind of in the process of being repaired, but still fairly damaged. Basically, we're kind of waiting on the shipments from the Death Mountain or deal is what everybody's kind of waiting for now. So for the most part, they are managing with what they have, basically.
Oh. So it's really good that we went up there and
Yes,
Yeah.
that was their biggest one, was they needed more material to repair, which is why you guys were hired to do it.
I'm assuming then that would
So-
probably be the party's priority is to deliver
primary
that
goal.
news.
Yeah.
Aside from, unless Eli has something to say to us, aside from his reintroduction.
I was actually gonna say that Vivra would likely kind of look to the group and say, so are we going there now to talk to the prince, or who do we need to talk to?
You would need to talk to Mikau.
Yeah,
Is
well, this is Vivra.
She's
Oh, right.
she's
Sorry.
asking Eli.
Vivra said that in character,
As character.
to the rest of the group.
Right.
Change
God.
personalities.
Yeah.
Sorry. Working on it. My brain fried today, apparently.
Akari,
Akari.
Akari would just briefly probably reply, like, not even probably, she would briefly reply, say, if Malice hasn't already kind of given the news to him since he was originally the one that had the contract and hired us for it, that would probably be the main course of action.
Yes, we could probably follow Malice's lead back to Mikau, King Mikau.
Are we in? Okay,
royalty?
so, sorry, go ahead.
Are you in what?
Are we in the city now? Or are we still driving up? Because
You're like on the bridge going into
we're
the
on the
city.
bridge. Okay. Then Vivra would say, yeah, okay. So, I mean, this is Eli's caravan, so we'll just leave it with you then. She'll point at him. And we'll just go
I mean,
once we're in there.
sure, I'll do the hard work of putting away the carriage. Yep, that sounds
It's
good.
your carriage, Eli.
Yeah, and I'm not the one who's been using it for the last 2 weeks.
Well, I suppose it's a good thing you're back so you can make sure it's, in good shape while you put it away.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bill you guys for anything that I have to repair. As he hops off the chair and starts to inspect the carriage.
Wait, we're already. Wait, so why are you stopping now? Wait.
He's walking and doing it.
While we're moving, you're gonna get run over.
He'll be fine.
She's gonna like squint over the edge, look back into the caravan towards Akari and go, "Did we agree to additional bills?"
I don't recall paying him. Or agreeing to pay him.
That's what I'm wondering. What he's gonna
Velkorin will handle it.
Contract. Actually.
Yeah.
Velkorin's like napping in the back right now. Tired.
If Eli's owed any dues, Velkorin will handle it. However, for the contract worked, Eli was not part of it fully.
Okay. All right. So legally,
He'll get his fair dues.
Okay.
Demira peeks out one of the windows or whatever, because we never know exactly the structure of our carriage. She somehow leans out over the side to see Eli.
One day we'll figure it out.
And she says, "I'm glad that you're back safe. We didn't see you for quite some time."
Yeah, I was busy with my own quest as Vivra knows what I was doing, but we can get into that a little later. But yeah, for the most part I was busy taking care of some things. A little bit of personal, but it is what it is.
I'll come out and help you. And Demira will also get out of the carriage and help with whatever he's doing. Power walking super fast alongside the carriage.
Basically.
Joking. But yeah, she'll help with the carriage and putting it away and stuff. So we do that. We arrive, we make sure that the carriage goes to the right place, make sure the horses have apples and whatever is available.
Okay. Basically just taking to the stable master or whatever you would call it. To do that stuff. So you guys are free to do your own thing as Eli takes care of that. Interrupt me before that.
I'm thinking about are we just waiting for Demira and Eli to check that? Because Vivra assumed we'd get there and just kind of hop off.
I mean, yes, you could.
Yeah. But if Demira's like helping Eli, Vivra's not going to be like, Demira, no.
Stop that. He's the enemy.
He's the bad guy. I bet he's the big bad. He's probably the villain in all of this. We gotta go.
That'd be ironic with how he helped her with the Misha thing.
Eli, deliverer of doom.
Even though you saved my daughter, I don't trust you.
Not yet. We haven't got in papers.
Even if you haven't saved my daughter, quotations, I don't trust you.
But what I was gonna say is, sorry, please.
I was just going to say that, yeah, Vivra and Akari would be, it would be up to them if they wanted to tag along or do something else.
Where was she going? Like I said, the stable, right?
I was gonna say, while you guys are taking care of your cowage.
Cowage.
I can't talk today.
It's a great and wonderful thing.
Malice would convey to, I guess, Lumi first, who would also convey it to you. Not here to respond. Just that he's going to meet up with the king whenever you guys are ready to join. Just look for brain lost. What was the butler's name?
Oh,
Coda?
Coda.
Coda. Yeah.
I was
Coda.
thinking about Coda, the poor guy.
Ask one of the guards
Dolo.
to either find Coda or find him yourself. I'm sure he's wandering around, considering the king is keeping him very busy.
And this is what Malice told us?
Yes, Malice told Lumi, and Lumi would tell you guys.
Okay, and I would assume that Lumi probably helps Malice since Nibi's gone. I think that would make sense that she's off helping Malice.
Yeah, we could
Yeah, that does make
catching up
sense.
on work details and discussing the logistics of everything that our party will skip over.
Basically. That good,
yeah.
good point.
Vivra will say, I do have animal messenger, so if we need to get in contact and we can't exactly find you, animals are pretty good at finding people, so I could use them to send a message or something.
Of course.
Eli also just woke up.
Yep.
Alice is just fatigued.
You were sitting on the front of the carriage the entire time and didn't even think to enter it for a nap?
Yeah, well. Everyone.
she's gonna squint at him so hard when he says, yeah, well, and then pauses. I didn't hear what you said after yeah, well, by the way.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
He's been hard at work on whatever his journey was.
Yes. I have. He speaks up. Wait, who am I talking to?
The birds. Oh yeah, are there any birds?
Oh no, we're counting again.
Whoa. Fuck that. Lights were flickering and I was like, whoa. What's happening?
The birds.
Ghosts! No! Not again!
I got 18 perception on
18
birds.
perception.
Specifically Corvid.
Specifically Corvid.
Right.
See how many he found.
I feel like it's very blue here, and there are forests, like evergreen forests around, so it would be appropriate if there were a lot of blue jays here.
Yeah, you're right. They would blend in. And speaking of, you see... Roll to be specific. 9 corvids that fly
what's that
around
mean?
Past you, which Eli actually speaks up as he kind of sees that you guys are looking at the birds. He goes, I know this one, and he holds up 9 fingers and looks at Demira specifically and says, what does this one mean? As he kind of smirks with a grin.
Eli, you just said you know this one, and then asked Demira for the answer.
Yeah, and he smirks with a grin as he asks her about it.
She looks shy, and the tips of her ears sparkle purple and blue a little bit as she goes, 9 for a kiss.
Ooh.
Bright Red walks away.
Yeah, she like sort of shuffles around and is pretending to look busy with helping with the carriage.
Cheapers cripes.
We could also say that since Ali is a little bit late showing up, Velkorin and Eli could probably be discussing some important business things while the girls are off doing other things, walking around town or something.
Business.
All of the girls are girling.
We're girling.
The girls are girling.
Oh my gosh, shopping! Imagine if that's what Vivra sounded like. Nightmare.
Please, no.
This whole time she's been a valley girl, not a farm girl.
Right.
That would have gotten vetoed real quick.
Yay!
You know that?
Are you aware that Valley Girl is my natural voice?
Natural voice.
It is?
This is Vivra. This is me.
Okay, fine.
Not
The
really.
stereotypical
I'm also
one would be vetoed.
What? How dare you?
Campaign
Technically
2,
my voice is a mixture of Valley Girl and Texan, but we don't need to talk about that.
Campaign 2, I'm exclusively speaking in vocal fry.
Oh.
I was tempted to make Rinny a Valley Girl.
Oh god.
And Demira will also kind of go close to Akari walking next to her and quietly ask, Akari, I was wondering, since we're here again, if you'd like to visit your mother, I would be happy to go with you if you'd like that. And if not, I understand. You don't need to, but I wanted to offer in case that was something on your mind.
Almost as if like she was kind of caught a bit off guard, possibly from it. She has kind of a little silence for a bit, and then says, "Maybe after we conclude the business, I'll consider it."
Demira will nod and sort of squeeze
But
Akari's hand.
You are welcome to come if I decide to go.
Okay, if you'd like to go alone, that's fine too. I didn't want you to feel like you had to be alone, you know?
Thank you. It's just one of those. It's a harder thing to decide if you would want to or not to, and what's the benefits or feelings behind it. She terribly tries to explain.
Yeah, Demira will just nod and she'll just walk beside Akari holding her hand as long as she wants to. And I'm also going to keep an eye out for a gold man.
Gold
man.
man.
If I happen to see Esmeralda around, I'll just be keeping an eye out for him.
Normally
He's just
with
been there the whole time.
He's normally with Sidon.
Oh.
Have you rolled?
I mean, I don't.
Now we're talking.
Are you actively looking for him, or just kind of like keeping it in your mind
Just
as you guys
keeping an eye out.
Okay.
I didn't make that connection before.
Technically, Esmeralda is Sidon's weapon. Yes.
Oh.
Because
although
Tempa found it.
over
Okay.
a little.
Okay, this is behind the scenes, above table stuff that you guys technically don't know yet. But Tempa found the.
We hear rumors
I mean,
as we're walking through the city.
Yeah.
People discussing, where did that man come from?
that
I heard it was this.
Why is he always here? By the prince.
Yeah, because Tempa found the bedazzled sword that was
Amazing.
Esmeralda at the bottom of the lake. Or, not the lake, ocean.
I was gonna say, so
Ocean,
he
not
returned to whence he
One
was
of those
taken
lake
when Demira
pirates.
requested.
Lake pirates, hate when that happens. But obviously it was all
Dazzling.
dirty and whatever when she found it. So she was like, this is a piece of junk. I thought it was fancy. And then Sidon's like, no, give it. Because it was a fancy,
Hand it over.
a nice looking weapon. So he cleaned it all up. And that's when a man came out of it. And he was like,
Tempa cleaned it, and a man
Tempa
came
named
out.
it, right.
Sidon was busy meeting us in the Deku woods.
Mhm.
If he had come out of that lake, part of me imagines Demira leading him to the lake, and he's like, "Are you putting me back?"
Yeah.
Like a genie from a lamp.
But yeah, basically,
Demira's like, "There can only be one."
before they knew the sword was a man, they named it Esmeralda. It's just because it was a very gorgeous blade. So they named it Esmeralda, but then a man came out and he was like, I don't care. That's fine.
Cool
So
name,
it's
I'll
stuck.
take it.
Wait, now I want to know his actual name, because who
You do
names
know
a blade
his actual
Esmeralda?
Well,
Like,
You guys
Sort
do know
of.
his actual name, remember?
we know the name
The
that
Great
the Great
Fairy
Fairy of
mentioned
Valor
it.
gave them. We don't know what his name
Oh,
was
his
before it,
actual.
though.
His name when
Yeah.
he became the sword is Midas,
Mhm.
which is appropriate.
like the
in...
Midas touch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow! I love lore.
The lore. Which that... that one you did know, because that's what Great Fairy of Valor told you. Right?
I don't
The
see it in
golden
my
weapon
notes.
named Midas, and then you went, oh, that's his
Mhm.
real name that he doesn't remember.
Wait, so okay,
Um,
so now are we telling him his name?
I was going to ask him about it if he knew about it. I was also going to ask him how he became known as Esmeralda, but we got a little bit of that in advance.
I mean, you can still ask him, and we'll just
Yes.
truncated
Zom, you'll have to
Esmeralda-esque
repeat yourself.
version.
That's
Yeah, you'll
fine.
have to
Yep,
repeat
that's
yourself.
fine. So
If I may add one thing, also while we're walking around, Demira's going to, like, I don't know if it's really something that would be openly advertised or easy to spot, but like if anyone's looking for hired work to like help move things or do like heavy lifting or anything that like a strength-based character would be helpful for, she'll keep an eye and ear out for like any paid side jobs and stuff that maybe she could do to get some rupees.
okay, it would likely be something that if you ask the guards, probably be pretty easy to do, especially considering that
Everyone's
the
broke.
brunt force of the guards are the ones that's kind of helping a lot of the stuff right now while keeping an eye on everything. But so if it's something that it wouldn't be hard to find a job if you just want to ask somebody, because obviously the king himself is the one who's kind of paying for everything.
I guess,
so
to be fair, there's a lot of construction going on, so she could help carry stone and
Mhm.
stuff.
Be a sublet of the workers there if they want to hire her.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna say, while Akari and Demira are talking, that's obviously like a moment where there's a space of time for Vivra to be doing something. And if they're still like by the caravan or like waiting for something, I feel like if she's gonna read any letter right away, it would be Nisha's. Because by now she probably recognizes the lettering, the letterhead of the envelope. So if we want to read that one now, I feel like that one is one that's okay. Unless you guys think I should wait for Nibby, because I know Nibby's got 3 letters.
It's
and
whatever
stuff,
you want to
and I've
do.
got-
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait.
I think
to
it's in
respond
character. I think
to
it's in
read that one,
character
yeah.
for her to read it right away because she was worried
Yeah.
about Nisha before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With Karn, if she recognizes it from the map that she received, like similar, what's it called? The paper is like
Handwriting?
similar and stuff.
Stationary.
Stationary.
Or-
That's the
yeah.
word. Thank you. Yes. If the stationary is similar, I feel like that one she'd be a little nervous to read because of how long it's been. So that one she'll put away, and the Okoku one she'll put away because she's like, I don't remember what I sent to her, but I'm pretty sure it was rude, and I don't need that right now.
That's kind of why.
It was a different woman back then.
She really was. It's been like a year real time and like 3 months in game. Crazy. So I don't know if you have that one ready, but I can read that one.
I do
now.
have it. Whatever you want.
Okay.
It is on the screen.
Okay, I'll see it. All right. Miss Vivra, I am so happy Mr. Eli told me I can still talk to you. There's something erased here. Vivra moves past it. Headminister was mad about the letters and said I couldn't. A lot of things happened. I couldn't see in the room. It was dark and I was in trouble. Headminister said the temple would help me do my magic better, so some adults took me there. It was really confusing, and the holy teachers didn't make sense because they said pray to the goddesses for my magic, but it didn't help. I feel better at it at night when I think of the stars. I always make mistakes when I'm nervous, like messing up everything. Mr. Eli is so nice to me, just like you, and he found me. I'm so happy because I really didn't like the temple, so he helped me. He says Miss Okoku was your teacher, and she knows how to teach me better too. Maybe I can learn as good as you if I work hard. Mr. Eli got me a book of constellations, so now I can read stars for real. It's hard because they look just like dots all the time. Vivra rereads constellations because she's like, that's a really long word to write for her age. Because I believe you said she was 10 years old, about? Just about 9 or 10? I believe you said when we started the adventure she was 8 or 9, which means now she's probably closer to 10 years old.
Right. A highly girl with
Are you
druidic
sure?
memory in our thing. Let me check out.
I got it in my noggin.
Noggin.
I think it was 8 or 9 before, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it just says druidic child in my notes.
I know we discussed it, but now
I'm pretty sure
we didn't write it down.
I'm pretty
Isha
sure
is
that she started at 8 years
8,
old.
so that means she is.
And
now.
it's been, yeah, because we were gone for a year and a half and we've been traveling for 6 months, so it's been 2 years, so she's 10 now. I knew it! I had it right up here. See?
Check
in my brain.
our secret note section and that. 8 when you met her, so yeah.
I'm pretty smart sometimes, fellas. I got this. All right. I'm excited to meet Miss Ikoku, and I hope she likes me. Is it okay to say that I'm happier now? Love, Nisha. On the back of the letter, she wrote, I will miss Gale and my friends, and Mr. Benin and Victor. Maybe I can visit them when I'm strong. Vivra will look it over probably a second time, as she has time to do so in that moment. She's relieved that Nisha is able to continue writing to her now, and because Eli is here, it's like clearly she's probably already at Okoku's place. That's probably what Okoku's letter's about. And then I think as she folds that one away is probably when Demira and Akari finish up their conversation off to the side.
Which I was going to say, as you folding it up, you would notice that Eli's kind of looking at you from behind Velkorin.
She's gonna squint at him again and like shake her head with her hands up, like, what? Does he react or anything?
He mouths, we'll talk later.
Now Vivra's like she does the what thing again, but with wide eyes this time, because she's just like.
Demira just sort of looks back and forth between them.
Which is actually
everyone notices Demira looking and goes, "Are you ready to go, Demira?"
Yes.
Which he actually like.
Okay?
Well, he what? No, she'll respond because this is like simultaneous. I think.
Yeah, actually, it was like, wait a minute, I don't need to talk, or I don't need to wait. He kind of interrupts the conversation he's having with Velkorin, and it's like, we need to talk about this because it involves multiple people here. I think.
What? Everything's fine, Demira. What?
Well, let's first go somewhere not as. Open
public.
the irony that you know what I mean. Let's go back to our rooms that we had before that are a little less public. Your rooms, excuse me, fine, whatever.
Vivra's thinking about the 9 birds at Demira, and in her head she's like, no one's kissing.
He points out to Velkorin himself. He's like, probably make sure to use your ring. As he kind of leads the way back to your guys' room, so to speak, in quotations, because there aren't.
Rolls her eyes, but follows. And Fluffy's there too, because he hasn't been desummoned.
He wants all of us to go with him, or
and whoever wants to come with. I mean, he's assuming that at least Velkorin and Vivra would be coming. And
Lumi's already gone off with Malice.
Lumi's off with Malice. I would say the assumption is that everybody's coming because
Ari will always try to listen for information, so yeah, she will come even without being asked.
Mm-hmm.
That's the keyword information there. I was waiting for you to say that.
Would his conversation, he said it involves multiple people. Would it have anything involving Lumi?
Probably not that he's aware of.
Okay. Up to you if you want Lumi to come with us or not, because then otherwise we'll have to pass on
Yeah,
information
exactly.
in character or something at some point.
Mhm.
I mean, we could. That would probably help Lumi get back into the loop, as it were.
I would say
Yeah.
if it is something that seems like she would, that best for Lumi to know, I think Akari would make sure she knows in character, so that could help easily too.
Okay.
She can
Honestly,
be
valid.
looped in later.
Bonding moment.
Okay, yeah, that works out.
Yeah, like if a character's not there and it's obvious something information they should know, Akari's not gonna hide it from them.
Mm-hmm.
You guys head down underneath the city. That's kind of where the inn rooms, so to speak. Again, remember these inn rooms are more kind of like, open
Gazebos.
space gazebos in a way. There's privacy netting or whatever that can be put on, but for the most part it's kind of just open air room, so to speak. But Velkorin obviously triggers his ring just in case anybody onlookers would be listening. But for the most part,
Sneaking around the. Are we in the? We're not in the palace, right? We're in.
no, you're
Okay.
technically underneath the main city, right?
Ooh.
Because the city itself is like raised up above the river, and then there's a lower portion where all the like rooms and such would be, the housing and everything. And that's it. Where, yeah, essentially where the inns and everything, all that kind of stuff would be.
So there's the upper city, and then there's the mid city that's on the surface, and then there's whatever's underwater that we haven't,
It's not
can't really go to.
underwater, but it's underneath the city.
No? Underneath.
The
Okay.
main portion of the city itself is raised up above the water completely. So where you guys are, underneath you is the water. So you guys are basically at the waterfront.
We're at lake level.
Which, remember, you guys, there's literally a dock for you to jump off in your room into the lake, or the river, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because the lake flows into the river,
Yeah,
and the
Vivra
river
was swimming
flows
in
through
that
the
before.
town. Basically.
Yeah, I was a shark.
Yes. Eli kind of speaks up, and first, I guess, to Vivra, basically saying, well, the stuff involving Nisha is partly involved with, at least I think, involved with what I was doing for the last week or two. Anyways, so I don't know if they're connected completely, but I'm assuming they probably are. Something's not totally kosher with the orphan. Not completely sure yet, but
Well, they're hiding something.
the point of me going away for a bit was basically I wanted to investigate what happened to Nefea first, because I knew this girl for a while.
Demira's jaw
Vivra
dropped just a
glances.
little
Which-
bit. She's
Yeah.
just like, "Whoa."
he doesn't know about your guys' stuff yet.
Yeah,
so.
Vivra will
Akari's.
look at Demira, glance
She's-
over reflexively
Yeah,
as
she's
well.
gonna listen. She's not entirely sure if it's the right time to drop that
Mhm.
bomb yet.
Right,
she'll,
that's why
she'll get more
Vivra
context
looks
first.
and then tries to look back really quickly. It's probably really obvious. Though.
Yeah, Demira's also
Yeah.
not good at hiding anything, so she's clearly like,
That's
but
cool.
doesn't-
Let's just
If I would assume that Demira stopped holding Akari's hand at some point, but if she
Mhm.
did, it'd be Akari's turn to kind of hold her hand back once that was mentioned quietly.
the three of us are making it. We're so subtle. We're so good at this, guys.
Velkorin's totally straight-faced, and the three girls are like,
Oh, no, Akari, don't worry. Akari's definitely got her poker face on, but
oh yeah,
She
yeah, Akari.
it's just for Demira.
Always
She's
got a
holding for
poker face,
Demira's
but
hand
the
just in
other
case, because
two-
she don't
Yeah, I
affect
rolled
her.
an 8 for Vivra's poker face, so.
Damn. It's not good.
It's not. It's just.
Anyways,
Hey, Demira did better. Demira has a 17.
Amazing. So
solid.
Vivra sucks.
Like
is
the
what's happening.
only, so basically the only tell, so to speak, was when Akari grabbed your hand. So the tell was more because Akari grabbed your hand that when at the mention of that. So
No,
whether or
we just
not
let each
whether or
other
not he
roll.
picked up on it,
You know,
he definitely did because I rolled a nat 20 for Eli. But
I was gonna say you're not gonna tell us. Of course you did.
A nat 20.
Yep. So he
So
definitely
he also
picked up
noticed
on that.
Demira gasp a little bit.
And he went, oh, but ignores that for now.
Oh, I fully
Well,
expected that. You're not
guess
telling
what?
us.
I got a
something.
nat 20 for sleight of hand
Oh, okay. You
Sleight of
sneakily.
hand to
Damn.
hold hands.
What's
for a total
your
of
sleight of
28.
hand modifier?
Okay, here,
28.
28.
What's his total?
Dang. Even
What's
Demira
his
doesn't
total
realize her hand is
insight?
being held.
Yeah.
Now, joke's on you. That would be a 30 for Eli.
Whoa.
Because he gets plus 10.
Crazy.
Insane rolls happening in a
Insane
roleplay episode.
In a roleplay episode.
Hey, it's role play. Am I
Yes.
See what you did there. Anyways, what Eli was saying was, this was more of a personal thing that I couldn't look into at the time because a year and a half ago when she went missing, my boss also went missing, so I was a bit busy and couldn't look into it. With Velkorin being back, I finally had some time to split off and look into it myself. I wasn't super close with Nefea, but I did visit her often when I was working in the Lonlon city, so when she disappeared, it was a bit odd. I didn't like her. Girl was a very sweet girl who took care of those kids. Felt bad that she disappeared, and I wanted to look into it, obviously with the leader of my organization disappearing, I kind of had to take over, and it unfortunately kind of went to the back. In the process of, I didn't get, again, but unfortunately, at least we have a bit of a start with what happened with Nisha. She seemed to have found something that the headmaster wanted to keep secret. That's why she was moved almost immediately when it happened. Thankfully, I caught her before she was too far gone into the temple itself. I don't think the temple was involved in anything nefarious, but still, better that she goes where she needs properly, her proper teachings, which definitely seems more of a druidic magics that she has versus what the headmaster seems to have thought was clerical magics with the goddess.
Or pretended to think.
At least, yeah, exactly. I don't trust the orphanage completely. I don't know who's involved there. The gist of what I could find out was the orphanage itself seemed to be struggling with money for a while, but then all of a sudden didn't anymore. Now, they did have the support of the Diamond Dust for a little bit, but they had another donor that I couldn't find out from. And then, unfortunately, now I kind of had to blow my cover with Nisha, so it's a bit too hot for me to stay there for now. Fortunately needed to halt the investigation, but I think it's best probably if you guys take over it. Something doesn't seem right. Very suspicious. That when Nefea went missing was all of a sudden when the orphanage itself started to do well again.
I believe we did hear about a generous donation when we were there before, did we not?
I was led to believe that it was only Malice and the Diamond Dust, but if they're working for a corrupt clerical society, it would make sense to be bribed into silence so that they can take the kids whenever they feel like it. Because as long as they keep it quiet, people aren't going to be looking into that stuff. Especially if they have no family.
Yeah, was also in a similar situation to then as the children. She didn't have a family as far as I knew. I couldn't find. As far as I knew, when she was brought there, fairly young.
The information I got was that she aged out and then started looking after the kids.
Exactly. Aged out, but became a patron, or not a patron, worker within the orphanage itself. They nowhere else to go, and I guess the headmaster took pity on her, and for a good worker in general.
Yes, Lumi told us that a long time ago she helped take Nefaya there to the orphanage after finding her alone.
Interesting. Lumi knew her as well.
Do you know if the current headmaster is the same as the one that was there when Nefaya was young?
As far as I'm aware, yes. The current minister's been there, I think, since the founding. He pulls out some random notes that just look like a mess, as a mixture of letters and different handwritten notes, and he's like, I really need to sort
For a
this out better.
postman, you're really disorganized.
Look, it's been a busy week, okay?
Been a busy 6 months.
Been a busy year and a half.
We're just one-upping each other.
Yeah. As he
That tracks.
digs through the correct thing, and he's like, yes, that's right. The headmaster has been that in charge of that building since it was founded. Quite a bit ago. Looks about the building itself was founded. That's right. About 20 years ago. And it seemed to do. It was very modest at the time and did okay. But then, exactly like I said, after Nefaya was there, it looked like the orphanage was struggling with money. I couldn't find a whole lot because I couldn't get into the supposed secret room that Nisha found. Because obviously when Nisha got taken, it turned out her well-being first. It's very suspicious that once Nisha got caught talking to you and me, she got taken away quickly. So figured getting to her first was the more important.
I believe we'll be stopping in Lon Lon after we're done here. So, yes, maybe we could help look into this.
We don't want them to take any more of the kids away.
Yeah. Obviously, the children themselves. Heck, I hope it was just a hunch, not turned to be something. It could be. Again, I don't like the vibe I was getting when I was researching what I could.
Eli, did you find any information about Nefaya afterwards?
That's the bigger suspicious part about it. Because according to everyone that I asked, which they all basically had the same story, that Nefaya, before she went missing, he's
Bless you.
excuse me. kind of didn't give any indication that going to at all. There was just a note that was left basically saying that she was needed to move on to something else, which was very out of character to at least some of the people that she knew. The younger boy, Lyndon, that works at the shop down in Lon Lon, was the one that actually reported her as missing because it was way too out of character for her to just leave. She's been at this orphan basically all of her adult life and most of her childhood. So it seems very weird for her to just up and leave. Well, that's why he thought it was suspicious that she just disappeared. It made no sense to him, which, again, I don't know how many people are involved at that orphanage with what may have happened to her. Excuse me.
Well, it's okay, Eli. I know it's the ocean air. It's real.
Yeah.
You'll get used to it. Probably.
Are you allergic to the ocean?
Maybe.
Something that strikes me as odd is why they would take someone who is an adult, who knows so many people, who has people who would raise suspicion. Because if they're operating under these atrocious circumstances, wouldn't they want to do everything they could to not get caught?
Probably, but it was most likely coming down to the same. She was in the same position as the children. No family or anybody that
but she
supposedly
had friends.
cared. Exactly. So, not sure. I don't know what their thought process, but most of the adults themselves didn't pay attention to her too much. The only people that really were connected to her were the children. But
I think
even
maybe Nefea knows something, or knew something.
it's possible.
Vivra kind of like.
Why you guys keep side-eyeing Demira whenever I mention the name?
I didn't. I don't know. I was.
Above table, could you please remind me, it was when we were talking with the Great Fairy of Valor that we somehow found out that Demira was likely Nefea before, right? But I can't remember how we found that out.
Vivra basically put the pieces together. And she was like, I was thinking about this for a while, and your appearance lines up with her disappearance, and
right, and because she had used the disguise self thing,
and and turned into Nefea, yeah.
And then we had kind of
Lumi recognized her Nefea's face, didn't she, when she did disguise self as well?
Yeah. Lumi recognized Nefea, and because of that, Vivra started looking back on the adventure and went, oh.
Because Demira has the same eyes as Nefea.
Yeah.
You guys basically connected the dots, because when Nefea turned into, or when Demira turned into Nefea using disguise self, she didn't know who this person was when she turned into her, which the literal in the spell says you have to know the person you turn into.
Yeah.
So that was part of it too.
And then we kind of got semi-confirmation from the Great Fairy of Valor while we were there. Like, she kind of said, like, yeah, that tracks, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. So Demira's kind of, like, fidgeting with her fingers and her ribbon and stuff. And
the more we talk, the more uncomfortable they get.
Yeah. Eli, you said that you weren't very close with her, right?
We were
acquaintances?
Mostly. I mean, every time I passed by, I always stopped to talk to her. Not super close, but I mean, like I said, it was in passing, so to speak. So like I said, she was a very sweet person that treated the kids very well, so it was just something that rung. Just keeps this
Resonated.
resonating. Yes, I guess that's the word. He was a good person.
Well, I suppose that doesn't necessarily make it any easier to say this, as it's, well, a very strange thing to say in the first place. But I might be Nefeya.
You kind of see his face kind of, as he kind of looks confused. He's like,
Oh, well, before, I was trying not to be recognized as a weapon spirit or draw attention, and I had disguised myself with magic a few times, and, well, I didn't know, but one of the disguises, I appeared to look exactly like Nefeya, and Lumi recognized it, and, well, Vivra also helped connect the dots after noticing that my eyes are the same as Nefeya's, and then...
you see the gears turning in his head as you're saying all this, too.
I never knew this person, I never knew the appearance, and so it was odd, and Demira's just rambling.
Vivra's got a hand over
and
her
then the
mouth
Great
as she's
Fairy of
just watching
Valor,
them.
and like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, just the info dump.
And you just kind of, like, after a minute, he's just kind of like, oh, shit. Huh.
But unfortunately, well, I'm not sure if I'm necessarily the same or not. So it may be terrible news if she's gone. But if I am her, perhaps it's not as bad as it could be. Or maybe that's worse. I'm very sorry.
I guess you can't. Eli is normally very calm, happy-go-lucky dude, as you can tell. You can see the kind of conflict on his face shift as he's learning what you're saying. Because yes, if this is true that you are the first one, oh, you're still fine, but it implies that Nefeya is gone, or at least part of her is gone, which is what he was afraid of.
As there's this like pause for a moment, after a few seconds, Vivra kind of like is like there's tension and she can feel it, and she's like, but if this is her, then that's a puzzle piece, right? We can it gives us a lead.
And
Yes.
shakes off the emotion that he's having for a minute. And he's like, yeah, you're right.
When we spoke to the Great Fairy of Valor, she explained that perhaps somebody has tried to mimic her powers of creation, because she did not make me, and I was not made by a deity either. So, at the very least, it may add to your investigation.
What a perfect victim than somebody who doesn't have people that would worry about her when she's gone.
That's what I was saying. Vivra kind of blurts out. She's like, sorry, I was waiting for Demira to, say the thing, but
I guess they didn't.
That could have been Nisha, and I'm, but how many? Right?
But I guess they didn't.
She's a little panicked about it. Like
Demira will
stay calm.
Demira will then also hold Vivra's hand, and now we're just a chain of hand holding.
But
Vivra kind of like squeezes slightly and then just goes, and just kind of takes a breath. It's like, right?
Nisha is safe for now, and we will investigate as soon as we possibly can. We'll make sure that nobody else is hurt.
Definitely seems to be something going on. They unfortunately underestimated the connection that she had with some of the children. That was their one mistake, I guess.
As Demira, am I feeling anything as, like, when he's talking about all of this stuff about Nefea, like, does that bring up anything in Demira, or not really?
I have you roll a...
Roll a Nefea check.
Just roll a
Roll for
d20
Nefea?
for me.
D20, you said?
Yeah. D20 and add 3 to...
Okay.
I wish Lumi was here
Yes.
so she could take Akari's other hand. We're just all holding hands.
They're just in a circle around Eli.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
And Velkorin's off to the side, like, oh,
Yeah.
God. Is this something I can apply guidance to? Or no, I don't think so, because I'm just seeing if she feels anything. She's not actively trying to, so I won't add anything. Whoa, good roll, though. 18 plus 3 is a 21.
What?
Today is your day.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm rolling more than 10.
Wow.
Twice in a row.
I will say, as Eli's been transferring the information to you, you've been transferring information to him. You didn't notice it until you've kind of had a moment to think about it, but yeah, it does feel like you've talked to Eli a lot more than you actually have. Like, because you guys have only interacted with Eli a few times with Demira out there. Like, it hasn't been like more than I don't know how many times. He was there
when we met him, although she only talked to him a little bit, and she was like brand new back then.
Right.
And then he was with us on the carriage later that day, and then I think we split up, and
it was very limited.
Demira and him haven't really interacted that much since then.
So, you didn't notice it before, but as you were talking to him and everything, and then after you talked to each other about this, and then you kind of realized you've been talking to him as if he's more than just an acquaintance. Like, even his wording of when you asked if she was an acquaintance or not, he was kind of like, "It's not, like, we weren't an acquaintance," but it was. He doesn't know if it's saying too much to say that she was a friend, but it was someone that he looked for whenever he went to that place. So you can feel that there was a connection between you and Eli that you didn't notice before when you first met him.
Okay.
So. Anyway, I'll write up everything that I was able to find out and send it over to Velkorin once I have it ready. Just so you guys know what you're kind of looking into. Again, I can't really... It's kind of what happened when you guys with Rotan. I've been too conspicuous when I was there helping Nisha. So I kind of have to stay away for a while. They're not suspicious of you guys, basically. Definitely something that needs to be looked in on eventually.
I heard briefly about this when I first joined the group. I believe we were in the Deku Forest, and there was some discussion about what the rest of the group had been doing. However, I was not there for this, nor was Lumi. So we may be less conspicuous than the rest of the group, which could work to our advantage. We have no involvement with this, Rotan person.
You and Lumi, yeah.
That's what she's saying.
Above table, Rotan's the guy we killed, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rotan was the knight captain.
I feel like under her
Kill the
breath,
soldiers first.
Vivra might say, well, no one really has any involvement with him anymore. But
Well, I
Rotan
mean,
was
Eli
the-
was... Yeah.
Rotan was the knight commander that you killed. And that's the one who was trying to get the house. The one who hired you guys to clear out the house from the ghost. But because you killed him, it's kind of frowned upon to kill a government official. So that's why you guys had to get away from the village for a while.
So they knew that we did that.
The leader did. The leader knew you guys did it because they talked to Velkorin. That was Impa.
Right, Impa.
Which is the leader of the Wardens.
Yeah, it wasn't an
He
Impa or
kind of
something.
told us, you get out of here and lay low for a while we handle this.
Right, basically.
We've been
Because
out
he
of there
was...
for a
there's
long
the
time.
guards and then there's the Warden of Hyrule. He was the captain of the regular Lon City guards. Which is why the leader of that kind of city, the Lon City, is Impa, who is in charge of the Warden of Hyrule. Kind of was like, I can deal with it and make it look the other way. Because I was already wanting to get rid of him anyways, but obviously I can't I can't kill an official. So that's why they obviously, and that was part of the reason why you guys were gifted the mansion too, was because you guys did that. That was your reward. But she also said, get out of town. You guys are sus because you just came into town and now he's dead. So
just get
out of here. And then you guys had the time warp, so it's been a year and a half.
Does not help our case.
No, but it's been a year and a half since that happened now, so you guys are fine now.
Well, I mean,
yeah, the time warp.
It's been 2 years since that has happened now, so you guys are fine.
If we go back to check on the orphanage, the headmaster knows my face.
Yes.
And apparently my letters.
Yep.
And the last time I spoke to them in their office, they seemed really uncomfortable that I was in their office specifically. Didn't like
that's
me
where
glancing around at all.
I think that might it's likely that that room leads to where it was. Like I said, Nisha.
Saying it?
This is Eli speaking.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Part of him connecting the dots with Nisha had blasted the wall on accident and it seemed to reveal where it was. But I wasn't able to investigate much because once I found out that Nisha was gone, I needed to make sure she was safe first. And obviously because I took her from the temple, then that makes things a little more difficult for me to investigate. I can't just be the innocent mailman asking questions anymore.
Innocent mailman who kidnaps children, as far as they'll spin it.
Hey.
I'm saying that you're right, okay?
Well, word it differently, Jesus. You don't just say a man's a kidnapper of children.
Would you let me thank you? Her ears are probably a little red right now because she's trying to thank him for saving Nisha and also agreeing with him, but saying it in a way that makes him sound like a predator.
Yep, exactly.
So while they're having their back and forth, Akari's kind of thinking with the conversation. Because she's hearing about the Nefete, but she ain't know about it until, more recently. Because, the side quest was never told or shared.
Yeah, Velkorin did not
always
share that
remember that.
information.
Yep. Only Vivra and Velkorin knew for the longest.
Well, we were in sand and then we were not.
Well, no, Akari's not saying anything about that. She ain't saying anything about that. Right now, she's silently thinking and then goes, well, if it sounds like this room that you couldn't investigate, the orphanage don't know about me either. So perhaps if Demira and Lumi were to go in there, I can also assist and try to sneak in there if they're not able to get any information from the more open stuff. I can look for more hidden stuff, I suppose.
As far as I'm aware, the only person of your group that the orphanage knows about is Vivra.
Indeed.
They might know that Velkorin was asked to look into it by Lyndon, but I don't know how many tabs they were keeping on everything. Obviously, if they were smart, they were probably keeping tabs on anybody within town that was asking about Nefea, but...
Exactly, which is something I haven't done.
Mm-hmm. If it is the same head minister from the founding, then they may recognize Lumi, however, not in a negative context.
That's true. Lumi's been all over the place.
That is, she dropped her off
Lumi was the one
way
that brought
back.
Lumi and her mother.
Yeah.
I've thought of a worry. If they are behind... That's a weird way to phrase that. Sorry.
Just like Vivra? A worry? No.
Another concern is what I meant to say. If they are behind this and they know what sending people off to that place does to them, don't you think they'll recognize Demira? If they helped make her? And she's like gesturing with both hands at Demira, just like whole body.
Demira will just nod along thoughtfully.
I don't know if Eli knows this, so I'll have to say that Velkorin speaks up for it, since he's not here to defend himself. He will mention that with your talks with Torik, the son, as far as he was aware, once the weapon was made, it was sent out. So nobody likely knows about Demira. That was kind of the point.
Because it went missing right
So
away before
the
it was
orphanage is the
delivered.
starting place, the clerical place is the middleman, and the finished product is we don't know where yet.
The gist of what happened was, some reason, someone wanted a weapon spirit created. This is between probably Velkorin and Eli speaking, so my personality shifts, I'm sorry. The gist of it was that this is our supposed timeline. Year and a half ago, well, 2 years now, Nefea went missing. The reason she went missing, based on the information we know, is somebody wanted to create a weapon spirit. Through that process, they needed a person. Demira was the choice because she was supposedly the perfect victim with nobody that would care if she went missing.
Nefea.
Sorry. Nefea was, assuming, again, the catalyst in order to make Demira. So she had to die. The assumption. He kind of sees that might be insensitive and forgets that Demira is Nefea. And is like, oh.
So, they murdered you.
It's true, though. That's what had to...
Yeah, but he's also like, this is insensitive. He doesn't know if this is insensitive or not by saying it out loud. But anyways.
Demira, are you okay?
Yes, please continue.
But anyway.
Okay.
Demira was created for the person that wanted this weapon. In the process of the weapon being shipped, something went wrong and the carriage was attacked by the Lionel, which is when you guys got involved and found the weapon itself.
You don't think someone else released the Lionel in an attempt to actually intervene because they knew something? Maybe.
Awesome. Controlling a Lionel is a bit much, but who knows at this point. But we can make the assumption that the weapon was intended for the person, and obviously Demira didn't get to that person now, so that's a problem.
It's not, actually. I think it's pretty great that Demira didn't make it.
She's like, you know what I mean. It's a problem for the guy that wanted a weapon, because now that's a loose end. The person he killed and became a weapon is now out in the open. And he doesn't know if she remembers who he is. I assume that's probably the idea. Was the point of her not being able to remember who she was, maybe.
He or she, a murderer, could be a woman too.
Yes.
Equality, Eli.
I'm sorry.
Well, I would
this
assume
person.
that something with no memories is a lot easier to control than something
Exactly.
who remembers, hey, you did this to me.
Exactly. And I mean, you guys remember how Demira was at the start compared to what she is now, Eli's also shocked that, like, he hasn't acknowledged this yet, that she's basically a person now, acting as a person, not as so much of like a robot before.
Character growth.
So,
I wear clothes now.
dang
A
it.
really nice sundress.
Demira will chime in. I believe there was also a second weapon. We don't have a lot of information on that yet, but it may be helpful information to add to your investigation.
Mhm.
There was another weapon made at the same time as me, and
Yep.
I have some kind of connection to it.
Oh, I wasn't sure if we were sharing that part yet. Vivra will say that. She was thinking.
Demira's just instantly trusting Eli
Yeah.
with everything.
Vivra was like, I was thinking about it. I
Interesting.
wasn't sure if.
Oh, Eli, whenever you spoke with Nefea, although I'm sure it was more casual, did she ever tell you anything about her past?
He's like, this is awkward because it's like, you're technically Leia, but this is not something I should tell. So he's kind of like, well, can't you? I'm putting this in the sense of you are Nefea, you lost your memory, so I'm telling you things. So it's not weird.
Only weird if you make it weird.
I'm sure that Nefea would have wanted you to help. Well,
It's not a happy past, unfortunately. So, I guess, are you sure you want to know?
yes, I ask because I had some sort of dream or vision or memory when I came into contact with the other weapon spirit. And, well, no, it was the mirror. There was a mirror at the Lavender Fog, which had memories in it, and I didn't recognize it as my own, but, well, there was...
Which,
I
your memory. But you don't
suspect
have
that
that.
now. Yes. There were two people on the ground, and I was hiding somewhere. And there was a woman, I think, standing over them. I was just wondering if I could cross-reference that with perhaps something you had heard from Nefea to find out if that really was her memories or not.
Unfortunately, you're correct. That is when she was very, very young. Her parents were killed by a woman. I think what she described her as, for pretty much anything besides that. And that's why she was basically living out of her home by herself for as long as she could, which was not long because obviously she was very young at that point. So she couldn't. She left the house for whatever reason. I can't remember if she told me the exact reason she left home, but ended up in the woods where she got lost. I believe somebody found her. Actually, I believe Frederick found her.
Frederick?
Frederick is He's like, you see him thinking a minute. He can't remember because he's like, this is stuff that he was cross-referencing, and it was like, I don't know if it was that Frederick is what he speaks up first to. I know it's coincidence, but I guess they are the right age, and wish Alice here, but he's not. I lost my train of thought completely. It just went, whoop, fell right off the train track. She okay. Okay, oh, he's listening.
Hopefully he can listen at least if it's important.
It will be, so it might something be back. Well, if he's listening,
If you could
I guess
clip it and send it to him.
If he's listening, I guess I could say it. And then we'll just circle back to it when he gets here. But when Eli says that, it clicks in Velkorin's head that he remembers a little girl that did hang out with Eli and, or not Eli, Frederick and Elena a lot when they were in the forest. So at some point, it sounds like she was in the forest, got lost in the Lost Woods, but I think somebody or the Guardian, whoever, helped her get out of the forest, and that's where Lumi and her mother picked her up and then took her to Lon Lon. So
this is what Velkorin's remembering, not what Eli is telling us out loud.
Eli
right?
is telling you that part. The stuff that Velkorin is remembering was, he didn't connect the dots that there was a small blue-haired child that hung out with technically all of them for a little bit before she disappeared. But he didn't connect the dots because he was obviously very young at that point too. That was when he was age-wise. They were all similar-ish ages. I don't have the exact numbers, but I know Velkorin, Frederick, Elena, and Nefea were all around the same-ish ages. So
they were at least 9 years old then.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum.
Around that age.
Lumi found Nefea when Nefea was 12.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, how many years ago was that? Almost 18 years ago, but
yeah,
something.
Rounding
like that,
up because it's about 20 years ago.
Not 20.
I said rounding up because I don't remember the exact numbers for everything.
Yeah, it was about 12 years ago. We'll round up to 20.
She said 18, rounding up to 20.
No, don't. Or no, you're right. 12 years old, about 18 years ago.
That's what. Okay, I mixed the
18
numbers.
to 20 years ago.
Either way. So.
Demira just looks sort of wide-eyed between Eli and Velkorin for a minute before looking back down at the ground and fidgeting again.
Unfortunately, she didn't have a very good past. But at least when she got to the orphanage, her life got a bit better, so to speak, with children. Her kind of finding a purpose, so to speak.
I see. That's such a coincidence.
Is it a coincidence?
Both Lumi and Velkorin and Eli have all met Nefea before.
Frederick and Elena.
And Frederick and Elena. This is very puzzling.
The irony that for the victim that they supposedly didn't realize had that many connections, seems like she had more than thought. But
Which again begs
as
the
far as
question, why was she so important that they were like, get rid of her? What did, like, if she didn't know something, why would they pick someone so
my
known?
don't
I
take
believe
this with a grain of salt, but my suspicion was that Nefea was the payment. They gave Nefea to them,
For
and
the
they
gold.
supplied money to the orphanage.
Yeah, I thought that was obvious.
I believe what Eli is also implying here is that, well, although Nefea had these connections, they weren't well known, and so to someone who didn't know her, she seemed like an easy target with no connections on the surface.
Who wasn't a child going missing. When an adult goes missing, it's unfortunate, but when a child goes missing, people tend to care more.
Unless no one knows about the kid.
Exactly.
I thought this was. Was this not obvious? Should I have been speaking more? I'm over here like, yeah, clearly there's payments. This is I said they were the middleman.
Oh, Eli. I hope you don't mind that I have so many questions, but, well, I think that you're the only person who knew Nefea somewhat recently. Do you know, a green-haired girl that she was close with?
You must be Ari.
Ari?
Which I don't even need you to roll that. That name, even though you don't know it, gives you a very heavy sense of, oh, wait a second, I've heard that name. Wait, no, I haven't. It's very confusing to you.
Ari is... she trails off. But she looks worried.
Ari was very, ironically, probably one of the ones that had the strongest connection to Nefea. But she had gotten adopted. Help with time.
It's in your notes.
I know, I'm looking, I gotta check. I wasn't expecting this question to pop up. Control F doesn't.
You're a DM.
Control
You
F
weren't
doesn't work.
expecting me to ask about my most important person in my backstory.
God. Where?
That's really funny. What, my players? Asking me things?
Ari and Nefea were very close. They essentially kind of grew up with each other, but she was eventually adopted by Ari. Was eventually adopted by a wealthy family that they own an inn up in the northern, one of the forests in the north. I don't know much of the details on Ari because I never really talked to her before she was adopted. But they were very close. They were. He's trying to think the best way to describe it, but basically, Nefea was always taking care of her, from what he saw.
And Ari is still okay, right? She's okay?
As far as I know, she should be fine. I don't think she's connected anyway. No, like I said, was adopted long before this happened. I think.
Would it be weird to ask where she is so that we can potentially...
Yes, please tell us the name of the inn. Demira whips out her magical notebook and is like ready. She starts taking a few notes.
Did you tell me that?
Yes. Is
it? I see it.
Is the DM asking?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
This is the DM.
It's the berry sap.
Berry sap, yeah. Just northern forest. Pull up the map. Eli, you're in the way.
Eli's like, you don't need a map. I'm the mailman.
His letter in his hand is generally pointing at the north. Somewhere over there.
Bigger picture for myself. Map.
Free Pippin from the grasp of the DM to point at where we need to be.
Fly, Pippin.
Mountains. Near one of them.
Oh, you're looking for that. All I see during all this, she ain't saying anything, but Akari's just lost on the whole timeline of everything. How many years is this part in this such and such?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Akari's like,
time bullshit. He's my pointer.
I think a fairy might be approaching.
Yeah. There is Pippin. Around where Pippin is, where it is in the northern forest on the way to Northwood.
I'm going to screenshot this.
Yes.
Hey,
Good
smart.
Good idea.
How do I get rid of chat on mobile?
Chat, I can
Go away.
here.
Got it.
I will.
There's
I'll do it
an
for you.
arrow button. There should be.
I'm gonna say
Yes, I did get it. There's like a little chat icon. Ah, no. I can't use technology.
can't use technology. Here.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
okay, I got it.
Got it?
Yeah,
It's Jaxi's turn to say, I have a worry.
I have a worry, and
I have
it's
a
that
worry.
I am too old to use technology.
Oh no, don't say that. That means I'm ancient.
I think you're younger than me. I don't know.
Am I? I don't
have
know.
no idea.
I haven't a clue. I don't think we've broached
Everybody,
that
share
topic.
your ages on Twitch. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm pretty sure I've been fairly candid with my audience, but it feels weird with yours.
The only thing I can say we've
Even though
established.
several people in the audience right now are from my audience. So
I will say the main thing we did establish in a group is I'm the oldest.
oh, I do remember talking about that.
That's why Akari's the leader.
Are they?
Anyway, these.
Yes, hello.
anyway. So yeah, it says, as far as I know, I didn't keep up with her because, for lack of a better reasoning, I didn't have any reason to keep up with this person. Outside of, I suppose I did deliver a few letters to Demira from her, which I'm not
From
always...
Demira?
Or,
From
sorry,
Nefea, you
Nefea.
Every time.
Every
man.
time. Nefea
Nefea
sent
doesn't
letters
exist
to
anymore, even in
Ari,
the DM's mind.
and Ari sent letters, and Ari and Nefea sent letters back and forth between each other. Eli didn't always be the person to deliver them. And so, since he hasn't been super active as being a normal mailman, he hasn't noticed anything.
Mhm.
But that's another clue, potentially, I guess, to look into, because obviously, if she was one of the few people that had a very close connection to her, Ari probably was one of the people that likely anybody most concerned when she stopped responding to. I don't even know if she knows that Nefea's been, I assume at this point, she knows Nefea's been gone for as long as she has. Might be something to check in with Lyndon again. I think he was close to both of them a little bit. It's hard to tell who she was close to, because again, it was her I'm losing words here. Hard to talk about two different people at the same time. Nefea was close to the children, if anybody. Wasn't close to the adults. The adults really didn't care about her at all. Ari is the person she would have been connected to the most, but because Ari got adopted and moved on, whether or not the person that knew to take Nefea was still in contact with Ari, they probably didn't know that. Lyndon was the one that officially thought Demira went missing, and likely
Said Demira again.
did again. Fucking
Take a shot.
Nefea.
Take a shot every time Mom says Demira when he
I'm just gonna start saying Jaxi. Jaxi's character.
And then Jaxi went missing.
Jaxi's other character.
Whoops,
That is
that's
her
another
first
one.
character.
Go to the hospital. Just sit down
I'm gonna
in
die.
front of the hospital.
Ah.
I need it.
Using my
And then
brain.
my real name.
Yeah.
Oh, no. End stream. We're done. Close it out.
All right. The long end of the story is the only two people that knew or potentially knew about Demira, damn it, Nefea missing would be Lyndon and Ari. Lyndon was the one that reported her missing, which started everything, and which is why he asked Velkorin to go look for her. But then you guys disappeared for a year and a half. So obviously you didn't have any updates.
And is Eli telling us this?
Mostly. Between
Okay.
these are the connections and him connecting with what he knows. He doesn't know a whole lot because obviously he had nothing to do with Ari outside of delivering some of her letters to Nefea. But he wasn't the person that always did it.
I do remember meeting Lyndon, although a lot of my memories from the beginning are quite muddy. I do remember meeting him. And I believe he wanted us to help look for her, but I didn't know any of this at the time.
You know now, but be sensitive with the...
I was not planning on telling anyone else. At least none of the children.
Yeah. Be careful with who you tell. I guess, now that I think about it, do you ever go to the orphan?
Yes, briefly. I don't believe I went inside, but there were some children and caretakers playing outside that day.
One of them recognized you.
Yes, there was a little baby.
A child. I don't
Well,
think they were a baby. They
toddler.
could walk.
He was very young. Very young boy.
Wasn't it like the 2-year-old?
So, look.
And Demira is just like mumbling, a 2-year-old is only a baby.
DM, does noble stock exist in this universe?
Mobile stock?
Yeah. It's
Is that the
a
fucking
flower
mushroom that
you
brings your
blend
memories
up
back?
and it will, not all of them usually, but it depends on how much you eat. But if you eat it, there's a chance that you can remember things. If just
Questions for
you
later.
know, thinking above
To be
table.
decided.
Questions
Considering
for
Viv
later.
was, an herbalist, she would probably know these things.
I haven't
In the
decided if
meantime,
it
we have
exists
a
yet. So
mirror.
You have
I
a
will
mirror?
I will
What?
consider it. I haven't decided it exists
In.
yet. As far
Okay.
as to Demira, god damn it, I almost called you Nefea now.
There you go, chat.
We just
Do it
call you
again.
Wither all of a
Don't
sudden
actually,
too.
chat. This is me illegally. I'm joking. Don't actually drink to this. You will perish.
Yeah, you will die. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you have a wife that makes 12 characters that are all connected to each other.
12?
Hey, don't
I'm
them
over
die.
exaggerating. The young boy was Min,
blame
and
Shiv.
he was 3 at the time that you met.
Oh, 3.
He was
Okay.
3 years
See,
old.
so, you know, a toddler at minimum. Probably not child territory yet, so, you know, transitioning.
Very young. Very young. I wonder if he. Well, I guess I interrupted you first, so you continue your thought process, whatever that was.
Who's?
I can't remember,
Mine?
but I lost the train.
Demira?
Demira's.
I think
Nefeos.
Demira was just saying. Yeah.
I almost said Nefea on purpose.
Ah.
I was
Wither.
so tempted.
Wither's train of
Go ahead,
thought.
Wither, go ahead.
Oh my god.
Yes, there was a toddler who seemed, well, at the time I didn't think it was recognition, but the toddler was very comfortable with me.
The caretaker also did speak up. He was saying that's weird. The only person he was close to at all was Nefea. Oh.
Demira is not saying that part out loud, though.
Okay.
I mean, if they were older, I would say maybe you guys could ask them questions, but a 3-year-old not gonna.
Well, he's 5-year-old now.
Well, but it's been
Wow,
a year
that's a
and a half
big
from
jump.
3 to 5. That's a big jump. I don't know if
Yeah,
they'll
that
remember
age.
anymore.
Yeah.
Chances are they've forgotten by now. I'm just maybe some of the older kids remember.
It sounds like Lyndon would be the one to ask.
The best bet.
That are trying to contact Ari to maybe see what she knows. Again, that's,
At least we have leads.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah. I would say the best bet would be to investigate the orphan. That's the most suspicious, obviously. Yeah.
How do I help with that?
I don't know. But like I said,
Great.
You be the muscle once I need muscle.
Muscle?
I don't know, man. Like I said, you're also it's the same position as me. I can't really investigate anymore because if I start to ask questions, they're gonna know.
We can do outside the walls, right?
For you, it might be best for you to be the one that speaks with Lyndon or somebody else. I don't know.
And we have a party member who is very skilled in stealth missions.
I mean, oh, you mean
perhaps
not
Akari
Velkorin?
could.
Eli said that. Oh, you mean not Velkorin?
I don't think Demira has ever seen, like, she hasn't noticed Velkorin sneaking. From her perspective, he just kind of isn't there anymore sometimes.
Yep.
He just walks away. She's like, he just does that.
Yeah.
The man known for disappearing, you don't think is sneaky.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do think Vivra would be like, yeah, 2 people, and I'm not either of them.
Well, I've never seen Velkorin sneak before, which is hilarious because, of course, that's the point.
Vivra like shrugs at her, and she's like, where do you think he goes?
Well, but I don't think.
How do you you don't think?
No, I know. Thanks for bringing it up.
How do you?
I'm a little rusty on it. Out of character.
Because you're a weapon.
But anyways, what
Gosh.
Eli was more getting to was to add on to. So Demira was also at the orphanage and seen with Vivra. So she also might be one that needs to be
shucks.
careful.
Well, no, but Demira needs to be careful because if they're working with the people and they know about Demira, I'm not saying they do, but if they do, they're gonna be like, "Hey, we gotta get her back." I don't
But I
know why
think
I'm
going
talking
by
like this. I'm trying to imitate them.
I was just mentioning, but going by the conversation and what we know, despite Demira being made and attempted to deliver to whoever the client is, I highly doubt the orphanage, especially middle person, would know what she even looks like.
Mhm.
Not even a vague description.
That's
Okay.
fine. That was my thought as well. They probably wanted, for whatever reason, they probably wanted as few loose ends, which obviously when you're dealing with, for the lack
But
of a better
Demira,
term, human trafficking.
Yeah, you have disguise. You can disguise yourself, right?
I don't want to use that anymore.
Oh.
Dun,
But
dun, dun.
perhaps I could do something else without magic.
You're nervous you'll become her again?
Something like that. It just doesn't feel right to me anymore, and yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, perhaps this is a much more vague question, but Eli, do you remember anybody with Nefea, like a woman with long dark brown hair, Hylian? And she'll try to sort of like sketch a really rough doodle on her journal of like the disguise of the Hylian girl that she was the first time. And a young man with messy dark hair like this. He was also Hylian. And she also sketches out the second disguise that she had used.
Is sketching
a
performance?
She's just very messily kind of scribbling the general shapes.
A second to run the note check real quick.
Run diagnostics.
You could also say he didn't meet them if you want, but
I'm thinking I have to see when.
Figured I'd
check. It's stick figures.
Yeah.
Look like these guys.
The only noticeable, like the only discernible feature is the shape of the hairstyle.
Right? I was gonna say one has hair, one doesn't, and it's like these.
And she'll say like the eye color and hair color and stuff too.
That was those two people. I gotta double check. Need to know where would those two characters be? Like what region would they be in first? Or do they not have an assigned?
They don't have their own channels yet because this was also left up to you. One of them.
I see it now. I see them in the. They're unassigned currently.
Yeah.
So need to double check. They currently doing again.
They might also be in the orphanage chat.
I see. They do have their own channels.
DM you quickly too.
They do have their own channel.
Did I paste any of the info in there yet?
There is some info for both of them. So that if could have ran into Eli potentially. Well, how well known they are within the region. Part of it. He is. He's. The other person had used. current ages, they are old. They left.
Yes,
16.
that's how time works.
I mean,
Sorry.
current ages, they both. Oh,
Shut
damn.
up.
Them are Benjamin Button.
These people you mentioned, they are older than you last saw them.
Get up.
If there's one thing I know, it's that.
People age.
Time has surely passed since
Yeah.
then.
All right, me.
Unless you go to
We're
the
gonna have
Astral realm or
him-
the Fey realm, then time gets real dicey over there.
The two characters you're speaking about also were technically close to Nefea, but I rolled whether or not he remembers. He
Right,
probably didn't.
yeah.
Wasn't that in contact with them.
I wasn't expecting so much lore drop today.
Oh my god, right? It's
know.
so lore heavy. I love it.
I've got so many questions.
That's
'cause,
what
like,
happens when you ask the question of the guy who is known for
open
gathering
person
information.
being-
Eli's been gone for ages. It was about time.
Yeah.
That's what happens when we get the right questions.
Yeah.
right time.
Based on his role. All right, actually, we're gonna make you roll something.
Make me roll.
I want
Do
you to roll, I guess, performance to see how well your sketches are.
I knew it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Um,
have
Since he rolled pretty
inspiration.
decent on his memory check, I want you to roll decent on your.
Part of me really hopes that it's just stick figures, actually. Like you roll a nat one and you draw a circle and you're like, recognize?
Okay, I'm going to use the owl die and hope that Lumi's performance skill comes to me.
Oh goodness.
Go channel the power of Lumi.
No, you need to channel the power of Demira.
Don't forget you have inspiration.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
considering using it. Is it cheating to ask you the general DC of this or the
I mean, you
difficulty of it?
can tell me what you rolled.
Okay, it would be only a 12 unless I re-roll. Oh, but guidance because I am actively doing a skill.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a 4. So what I said
Ooh.
12? Yeah,
16.
so then that's 16.
That's not bad, dude.
16 is pretty good.
You did
Okay,
say she was rushing it
and-
as well.
Yeah, and she's not like super good at art, so she has like, you know, a decent amateur's drawing.
Ooh, okay. Is good and then very bad. So
Oh no.
It's not my art at fault. You just can't interpret it.
I will say 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Pick 1
Nope, I
or
think
pick
you gotta
2.
pick a number.
Oh,
number.
for like which one he recognizes.
One.
Okay, I'm flipping a D2.
Okay, never mind.
1.
Flip a coin.
Ha! I knew it! I can feel it in my bones.
1 is what you got.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. He points to the girl and says, "The girl." Well, they both look familiar, but the girl, the only one I think I remember her name, but wasn't. Because you can see him thinking for a moment. I think her name was Dove, maybe.
Dove.
But
Does
the
that feel
boy,
familiar?
I think I recognize the boy, but I cannot remember his name for the life. But I believe the girl's name was Dove. They looked like they were. I didn't see them super often, but I think most of the time, if I did see them, they were with Ari and Nefea. Again, I think these two were. They were pretty old when they got into the orphanage, so they aged out pretty quick, I think, or were adopted. I don't remember. I think the girl was the one that got adopted. I don't know what happened to the boy. Dove was the girl. I think I said it already. Yes, I did.
Yes.
I swear I've heard Dove before.
And does it sound familiar to me or feel familiar to me?
You can roll another check for me. We'll say this one's
Okay.
going to be a +2 instead of 3.
Okay. Do I get guidance?
No.
Okay, 12. Oh yeah, because it's just a feeling, not a...
Well, not great. Good, but not great.
Being heckled by the DM.
How I have this. Yeah, I'll say this one. You don't feel anything particular about the name this time, right this second.
Okay. She will write it down though. She's nodding along, taking notes.
Foreboding.
He would point out, since this was the two of them, both the boy and the girl, seems like he will, like, they were also connected with Ari too, so Ari might be the one to ask about those two. But again, you'd have to find her first.
I see.
Her being in the north, kind of out of the way, I guess. But
I believe we will be heading there eventually, so I feel like I'm looking forward to it.
again, the irony. It seems like she had more connections than they thought. Which I guess is good for you, and I guess the rest of you for being able to find out about her. The way it ties up, or not tying up a loose end, but creates a loose end. That the person, the
perpetrator.
well, that's overkill. Not the client. There we go. That's the word. The client didn't do the research, I guess. Maybe.
I see. Yes. Thank you, Eli.
More
I'm
things to
sorry
look into. Like I said, I would help you look into it myself, but I need to stay clear of there for a while.
Yeah, Demira nods. I'm sorry if I was insensitive at all with these questions.
You were. Understandable if you can't remember who you were. Asking questions is the best way to learn, I suppose.
We should pass on the important information to Lumi later, but she was feeling somewhat responsible for Nefea the last time I spoke to her, so we should be gentle.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll enjoy the news of knowing we may have a lead on who did it all. For some payback.
I agree with payback, but keep in mind that this
Well,
person...
let's not go full revenge.
Yeah.
We want to stop them.
But also keep in mind that this person has the means and the... Yes. Again, lack of a better term, they have the money to do this.
The backing.
That's a better way to put it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Seems there are many very wealthy people in Hyrule.
And you have... He's like, good thing Frederick's not here because I'm kind of stabbing him in the back right now. When you have 4 royals fighting over the country, kind of makes for good money for people who are into that thing, into that kind of stuff.
Like gambling?
War.
There's always profit in war, yeah,
Yes.
and civil unrest.
That was the phrase I was looking for. There's always profit in war.
Thank you very much for sharing all of this information so openly.
Not completely. Like I said, I will...
There's something else we should know?
You seem like caught off guard for a second. He's like, is there? At this point, I don't fucking know anymore. Because he's like, oh, I didn't realize this girl was connected to so many people. But ironically, I've seen a few of them because I saw her a lot. Because he would have seen her. Primarily, he didn't know her when she was young. Like when she was in the forest, or when she was obviously in the region that she was from. Lost train of thought.
But
happening.
in passing, when they were older,
Yeah,
he bumped into her
a lot more.
frequently.
And he was a person that anytime he went to Lon, he likely sought her out just to talk to her. So, a nice presence in his life. A reason to look forward to going to Lon.
A light in the darkening times.
Yes.
Demira looks up at him and is kind of like, she's kind of shuffled towards him slightly and is just like looking up at him with like big grateful eyes. And she's like, I feel very thankful that you cared for her.
It seems like a lot of people cared about her more than I realized. He's a little more embarrassed now that because he was used to you acting like a robot, and now you're acting like a person.
So huggable right now. She blinks and there's like one little crystal aquamarine teardrop on her eye that like turns to sparkles.
Oh my
Dismiss
goodness.
away.
He resists the urge to hug her, but pets her head
Oh,
gently, and if you decide to hug him, then that's different.
She just nods as he pats her head and says, "You're very sweet." And she'll look back towards the group to take their lead on things going forward.
Vivra was kind of like watching this interaction. just like,
We're gonna see if he can hide it all.
Ooh. Fail.
His one bad roll.
Yep, that's 12.
That's not too.
He rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12.
What am I rolling an insight?
I
What
guess
am I
if
doing?
anybody wants to roll an insight.
My passive insight
I
is
got
12.
I got a 21.
My passive insight is much higher than a 12.
A million.
He's definitely got
My passive insight is 15, but I rolled.
He's got a shade of rosy cheeks going.
I almost feel like Vivra starts to smirk, and then Demira turns around and she quickly just like. Crosses her arms, just acts as normal as she can. Being her.
And to his benefit, Demira has already looked away.
Taste. Ellie, not listen about him knowing later. If it comes up when you guys talk to each other, have that come up again. I'll tell him too, but I would say it probably would be a good thing to bring up in character for him.
He's always quiet about everything anyways. You can tell him the most earth-shattering news. He'll just be like,
yeah, but this
tucking that away
technically
for later,
involved his backstory.
and later never happens.
He'll be like, Demira's literally Hylia! And he'll be like, okay, wait.
Yeah, but it technically involves part of his backstory, so he probably would have reacted to it. That's what I mean. In case
It's
he
not
wasn't listening to it.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not out of character for Velkorin to
That
be
is
quiet
also
at
true.
first. So it's not strange, at least. He's processing as he always is.
Is also true. But for continue, I need to take a bath. Take a short break. And we'll come back. We'll probably go just a little bit long today since we had a late start. Assuming everybody's okay with that.
Yep.
But
should be.
I am.
Okay, so we'll be right back. Whee! Whee. All right, back. We are back after that massive dump of information. So, before we move on, you guys react.
To react to that we haven't already?
I don't know. What are your characters feeling?
Yeah. Where we left off, Demira had just, turned back around to the party. Yeah, Demira had just not been hugged.
Demira had been denied.
He patted her head.
Because Eli was uncomfy.
He didn't have permission. He wasn't uncomfy. He didn't have permission.
He didn't ask.
Oh.
Dummy.
Anyways, so Demira had just turned back to the group, and they're kind of just like, what next? We're at a transition point now.
Well, if there's no more information that you have and none that we can give you, we should probably, let the guy know that the king know that the work is done or whatever.
Job's done.
Yeah, Demira nods.
Most likely, probably should. Eli speaking. Most likely should check in now that you guys are back. I assume I'm assuming you guys were successful.
Yes.
Especially considering you were back a week early.
Yes. We
Yeah, you guys haven't explained that. How did you get?
He was there. He was there with us.
Right, he was there when you teleported. Yep, never mind.
I just thought of that too. I was like, did we tell him about this? I'm like, oh no, he was there.
He was there. That's right. Right.
He watched us skedaddle.
He stayed and let you guys go.
He knows all about it.
Yep. Never mind. I forgot.
My goodness.
Eli.
Yep.
Before we go,
Sure.
I was just wondering, would you mind if I wrote to you, maybe with more questions about Nefea sometime?
He is a little surprised by the question and like, yeah, I don't mind at all. Obviously, my responses will be a bit quicker than the usual mail, but yeah, I don't mind.
It's like when a little kid asks Santa what they want for Christmas on their Christmas list. Asking the courier, can I write to you?
Yeah. I mean, you'll know that he received it, considering he's the one that picked
Hello,
it up.
can you deliver this letter to yourself, please?
Yes, I'll be right there. He takes it and he's like, well, I have to go through the process now, otherwise it's illegal.
Oh no. Did you pay for postage, Demira?
Asking Santa, yeah. Thank you.
Well, at least the...
Sorry, the fairies were speaking to me.
Okay, I didn't hear. Good.
I'm
he kind of... as regrettable as it is that other self that brought you view it as such a negative. He's kind of like, I don't know if that was sensitive to say that. You kind of see the like,
Vivra sighs.
How do you like? Okay, it'd be like, oh, this person reincarnated because they got murdered. Okay, well, it sucks that you died, but also you're alive, but you died. I don't know.
Vivra says it's a part of life for new life to be created.
Yeah. So what she said, that's a good way to put it. Not the way I said it. All right. Trying to go over that way.
Thank you both.
As he walks away in his awkwardness, not knowing how to deal with.
It's like, oh no, I had to be sincere for once. I gotta get
Vivra
out of
tilts her
Get
head
outta
towards
here.
Demira and says, I've never seen him be awkward like that before. And she has that smirk like returns for a second before she's like, anyway, we gotta get moving.
Demira nods. I'm sure that Lumi has filled in some of the details by now, and we should meet up with her.
Should we send a message or?
Well, I don't think I would be able to reach her from here.
Oh no, I
She's
meant she
like-
gestures to Fluffy.
Oh.
Yeah. Spoilers, she's likely with Malice, who's probably with King.
That's the point. That's why she. Oh wait, with the king already.
Yes. The assignment was from the King to Malice to you guys, so...
Okay, well, Vivra was gonna send Fluffy ahead of them with the message, "Hey,
Fair.
we're on our way."
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Should Vivra not do that?
I mean, if you want to, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you the series of events. You can do whatever you want.
Casts Animal Messenger on Fluffy and says, "Okay, go let them know we're on our way, please. They should be with the king. It's Malice, Lumi, and the king. Those are the three. You've seen them before, Fluffy. So these three, look for them. The king is really hard to miss.
He just
He's
like,
King Mikau."
Demira gives Fluffy a pat on the head before he
just kind of
sprints
looks.
off.
You give him the
Does
look.
Fluffy respond? I can understand you, Fluffy.
You're gonna make work. I
Hey,
thought we were on vacation.
we're and now we're working again. We're off the caravan.
Fine.
You're my familiar.
Yeah? You made me this way. Walks
Now
away.
he gets the
How?
fat
I
noodles from
did
you.
not on purpose. I can only imagine how Vivra was 3 to 5 years ago when Fluffy first appeared.
Yep.
She was probably so much like Fluffy is now.
You made me
Why
this
Fluffy
way.
is this way.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, jingle jingle. Sorry. I was reading a comment. Yeah, so she like sends Fluffy off to go
Goes off.
send the message. that we're on
Not
our
in
way.
any sense of rush, but is going in the direction you would assume is
If
working.
you don't get there before we do, you're not getting your fish treat.
It defeats the whole purpose. It's so funny if we just show up at the same time and Fluffy's like, they're on their way.
You see him walk
On their
in the
way.
door.
Oh, they're here.
You see him walk in the door as you follow behind him, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, they're here right away."
Oh my gosh. Should I roll to see if we get there before him? I'll roll myself and Fluffy. I'll roll 2 d20s. He's the flower one, we're the blue one. If whichever one's higher is whoever gets there first. I'm gonna do that. Because he's gonna get the job done, but he unfortunately for Vivra, she didn't give him an exact time frame. She just said before we get there you have to tell them.
And also, his interpretation of who he thinks the king
Can
is.
I pat Fluffy on the head before he left.
She
so
said
can
King Mikau, okay?
Can
She
I
said those
give-
words. She said that.
Can I give guidance to Fluffy?
Sure.
Oh,
You
great,
are.
sure. The blue dice, which was ours, got a 3, and the flower dice, which was him, got a 9. So plus guidance is 2, so 11. So he's not going fast, right? But
He's not going fast,
definitely-
but
he's
neither are
going
we.
fast- yeah, he's going much faster than we are.
Ah,
So at the very least, he will get the job done before we get there.
mhm. All right, you guys are heading back up to the main area, I assume.
Yes. Meandering.
Roll for something.
Perhaps shambling even.
What was your passive again, Demira? Just a perception.
Yeah. 12.
Yeah, well, you can't miss.
What
There's
about Akari? Akari's got the bass.
Akari's not looking for a golden man.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna. As you
assume
walk
that's
up
what's
to the
happening.
main area, you are assaulted by
Assaulted.
golden light.
Golden shimmering light.
Yes, he literally. I mean, it's
Assaulted by his beauty.
It's daytime, so he's.
I was about to be
His
like,
pecs are
we're gonna
reflecting the
fight
sun
this
into
man.
my eyes.
He's
Shaper.
just kind of wandering. It seems he's not really doesn't look like he's on a mission or anything. He seems he's kind
Off on his
of
own?
wandering by himself. Yes.
But I just spent so much time talking. Demira's like looking back and forth between him and the group nervously.
Can Vivra's passive's 15, so she'll probably notice that and be like, you can go talk, if you want to.
Are you sure? I know that we have.
I mean,
everything
we're not
doing.
moving very fast.
We're not on a strict
I'm
time
pretty
limit or
sure
anything.
you'll catch up.
In your own defense, you guys are technically a week ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's true.
fair.
We got leisurely
We're
time
allowed to
spare.
meander.
All right, I'll catch up with you if you'd like to continue on.
Sure. Let me know, I guess, if we're close enough, use telepathy if you need us to come back or something.
Yes, I'll be able to reach Velkorin from any distance. I'll let you know.
Oh. Well, that works.
and So she'll wander off towards Esmeralda. But then halfway through, like on her way over, she kind of stops because she's like, wait, it's not normal for me to just like go up to someone and start asking them questions out of nowhere. What do I talk about? I don't have an icebreaker. And so she's stopped in the crowd and she's like kind of pivoting back and forth like she can't decide whether she's going to talk to him or not.
Walks in a circle in the same spot.
It's actually great because obviously she forgot that weapon spirits can sense her.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
Also,
gosh.
2 glittering beacons in
Yeah.
the sunlight.
basically, so
That's
as you start to approach him but stop, you see him look over in your direction and just kind of, give you the smirk that he's making, basically, right in his picture. As he goes, he's going to approach you since he sees that you stopped for whatever reason. So the silver dove has returned.
Oh. Yes. She curtsies.
Or a
Yes,
slight bow.
Dove, that's not me. What do you know?
You know.
Squinty eyes immediately.
He hasn't. Hey. I don't know if there's a white corvid, so.
I'm gonna look.
I'm
that
gonna
up
Google
later.
corvids,
I
dude.
believe there are some crows that are like mostly white, but we'll
figured
we'll figure
dove
it out
was
later.
good enough. I figured dove
Yeah.
was good enough.
Also, he doesn't know.
He doesn't
about
know the corvid
vine.
thing. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know the omen.
The omen. Yes, nice to see you.
To see you as well. I assume you have something for me, since it seemed like you were on your way towards me and then you stopped.
Well, yes, I had some.
Pretty
news
sure I
to
mentioned
share.
before you can bother me anytime you want.
Thank you. And to him also, she's way different than the last time.
Right,
he
he was
saw
about.
her.
Yeah, he was about. I was about to comment on it. He's like,
Last time he saw her, she was like, "Hello, can you help me stab myself, please?" And now she's like,
something is different
The
about
way
you.
you said that caught me off guard.
Yes, please, sir, stab me in the gut, please. I
Can
need
you
my
help me
I need
stab
my gold
myself?
blood. I need my gold blood to make my boyfriend a
I
spring.
must-
We can
I must
only do it at the
remove my
bottom
blood.
of a lake.
Yeah.
It needs to be cold. Okay, strange girl.
And
Yeah, why not?
anybody in chat who doesn't have context of that is going to be like, "What the fuck?"
Demira has changed.
All right. But yeah,
Yes,
You-
that's. I apologize. it is somewhat related, I believe. I wasn't sure how to approach the topic in a natural way, and, but thank you. Well, we met the Great Fairy of Valor when we were in Death Mountain.
He remembers that.
Yeah. I want to see if he has
I
any recollection
don't
or
have to guess.
acknowledgement.
It is here. God. Here. Boy!
Boss music starts to play as pulls up the character sheet.
Oh, I also forgot he has 23 passive perception. So even if you weren't trying to hide from him, he probably would have found you
dang.
anyways.
Even if we didn't have a connection.
Yeah, exactly. That's the like if he had a light bulb above his head, you would be able to see it. Oh shit! He was the one that made me. How did I forget? Oh, ooh. You see him kind of like,
Something
ooh.
wrong.
Well, I guess you would understand this. I kind of forgot a lot of my past when I woke up, like you.
You as well.
Yep, mine a little different than yours. Mine had to do with whatever happened to me. I've been a weapon for a long time, a lot longer than you have. When I was at the bottom of the sea, I think I was. You see him thinking he's trying to remember, but cannot remember. He's like, I think I was fighting him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can't. It'll come to me eventually. But the gist was, I think I was fighting something. Didn't go well, so I ended up at the bottom of the sea. Tempa found me, and that's how I ended up here. And I've kind of just been rolling with it because it's easier that way.
I see. I was curious to ask you if you remember your name. Not Esmeralda, though.
Like my before weapon name or weapon.
Weapon name.
I don't remember either one. It doesn't matter, but
The Great Fairy of Valor, she remembers you. I had asked if she knew about you or others that I have met, and she referred to you as Midas. I wasn't sure if you'd want to know or if you recalled.
Yeah, definitely remember that. The name she gave.
I was very curious to ask you about it.
Well, I see it. It's probably yeah, it fits. But I think I like my new name.
I was also curious about how you got your new name.
That was the name
If you
that
don't mind me asking.
the name Tempa gave me, actually, ironically. Like I said, when she found me at the bottom of the ocean when they were exploring at some point. I think they found a ruin, which probably was the ruins of my ship that sunk. Now that I think about it, that would make sense. Questions for later. Anyways, you can see, like, he did not remember a lot of this, but now he remembers a lot of this.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trigger anything like this on you all of a sudden.
Nothing negative. It's, well, kind of, but the life of the sea. It is what it is. Like I mean, obviously I survived it, so no big deal. But anyways, like I said, Tempa had found me. Apparently I was covered in dirt and mud and sand, so she thought I was junk. tossed me. This is her phrasing specifically. Sidon was like, "That's a perfectly good weapon, and did you see the big gem on it?" Which he points out that there's a giant gem on his weapon. And so Sidon took me and cleaned me. At this point, I was dormant still.
Oh, Tempa cleaned him.
Tempa cleaned me. Sorry.
I told you this.
Sorry. DM doesn't remember his own story.
We talked about this like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, well,
A lot
I was
happened.
there.
a lot happened. A lot happened. Exactly.
His memory's fuzzy.
His memory's not great. Either way, whatever this.
Fair.
After he cleaned me up. They cleaned me up. She cleaned me up. Whatever.
Honestly, it's valid because his memory is foggy. So
Exactly.
He could have been like,
Exactly.
actually, like
I
"Oh,
can
pretty
use my
sure Sidon
DM bullshit
cleaned me."
excuse.
Yeah.
Cleaned me up,
Roll with it.
and that I guess the irony of, and if you know what a genie in the lamp kind of is in a way, it kind of woke me up after they cleaned me off, and I came to find out that they named me Esmeralda because of my gorgeous blade. Not realizing I was a man, but I still think the name fits, so I've been kind of just going with it. I also
Yes,
couldn't
when I
remember
met-
my real name, so
When I met you, I didn't even question it because you're so beautiful. It seemed fitting.
you see the irony of this guy. You see the ever so subtle. It's harder on him because he's darker skinned. This ever so slight, I guess, golden
gold
glitter, golden shimmer under his cheek. Like, well, I'm glad you think so. You are obviously just as gorgeous too. You can't have gold
Oh.
without silver.
Oh, thank you. She's made of pearl.
Pearl.
Dia.
I was literally about to say I
know.
thought she was Pearl. I was trying
Which
to say
should be
I was
even more relevant to a
Yes,
man of the
pearls.
sea.
Hey. Free. Free.
You
You're
could have said,
getting-
"What's a pirate without his pearls?"
Without his pearls. Okay, fine. I'm
Dia's
stealing
just
that, and
like,
that's what he
"Scratch
said.
that, That's what he said.
That's what he said instead. Yep.
You
I'm
can
stealing
steal it
that.
from me if you want. Go
I did.
for it.
I did. That's what he said
And
instead.
it
Did
out.
it? Heck yeah.
Time
You're
was
welcome.
rewritten.
Edit
You're
that.
welcome.
Editor, edit that. I'm the editor.
Hey, Chaser, you here?
I'm the
I have
editor.
an editor.
Fix
I
that.
can make him do that.
Scratch that.
Sorry,
Thank you.
that was really mean.
Anyways.
Well, would you like to hear about our visit with the Great Fairy of Valor?
Sure, definitely.
Uh,
Seems like
Demira will just walk and talk and fill him in. I won't role play through it.
Mhm. oh, fine. But yeah, so Mira kind of just explains everything that you have learned over the past few days. And
Yeah, if he wants to know about like the soul thing and stuff, she'll add that info into like she'll originally just tell him the stuff that would have value to him, I think. But if he's curious about the personal stuff, she'll open up about it.
Depends. Are you gonna ask him why he chose to become? Because obviously at this point she
Yes.
does know that he chose that because that's what Great Fairy said.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess she would ask about that.
That's a great question. Good job thinking of that one, Jaxi. That was really smart.
Mhm. Oh, thanks. Oh. I know we had a couple things. Yeah. Between two Great Fairies. I have to remember
This is a
how.
super lore drop episode.
I guess I have to remember the
It has become
The-
the Demira lore episode.
the series of events
Demira
that
episode.
happened that I think this how I'm remembering them in my head, but Jaxie probably will correct me. Which we could use the bullshit excuse that Esmeralda is not remembering completely everything.
Mm-hmm.
But start at the beginning that he was He doesn't remember his name, his original name, but he does remember that he was a Gerudo, which is important because he was a male. He was a male Gerudo. Don't think Demira would know the relevance of that. Above table,
Probably not.
probably not. Above table, there's only ever one male born into a Gerudo tribe every 100, and usually that's Ganondorf. But because Ganondorf's been sealed, they kind of thought that it couldn't happen anymore. So it is a big deal that he was the only male Gerudo for the longest time. But again, this is above table stuff. But anyway,
Demira would have like the basic worldly knowledge that Nefea would have had.
Right, and she would have known that Gerudo were all women, so that would make her question. So he would explain that part, at least the male part. But anyways, so back in character. Again, this is my recollection. If I'm wrong, edit me. He wanted to become a weapon spirit in order to continue to be in like adventure on the sea. I believe that's decided. His original reasoning was that.
We discussed ideas, but it's your character, so the final
a couple
the eternal pirate.
There's a couple different things. He wanted to continue to explore the sea as much as possible. So essentially he went from doing normal pirating shit, where taking from people, whatever, doing all that stuff, to when he got to that point, the Great Fairy of Valor told him that, I'll do this, but you have to give up all your treasure to do. Which he said, okay, because he'll just start over again.
It was the Great Fairy of Equilibrium.
Flip it around. Right. I'm missing a
because of something that happened.
Yes, a couple different things. I'm remembering multiple things. So, right, okay. There were first. All right, his part was the second part.
I'm Esmeralda now.
Sorry, no, you're right, because I flipped it around. I flipped the two things around. His first interaction was with the Fairy of Equilibrium, and he asked the fairy to help his daughter because she was sick, or I don't remember. She was sick with a terminal disease. So he asked the Fairy of Equilibrium to save her. And essentially she asked the Fairy of Valor, because the Fairy of Valor is the one that's in charge of that, to turn her into a weapon spirit. But in order to do that, he needs to give up all of his treasure and be a good person, because that's the fairy's thing, is you need to balance things out. And obviously he's like, yep, no problem, take all my money, I don't need it. The only thing he needs is his daughter. So, daughter becomes a weapon spirit. Now he realizes she is immortal, essentially. Doesn't want her to have to deal with that alone, so he asks the Great Fairy of Valor if he can do the same thing. And this is after there's a time difference between that, where he stops stealing from people and just starts looking for lost treasure as such. So, buried treasure or forgotten lands that were sunk to the bottom of the sea, Atlantis, stuff like that. Did that for a while, and then had the realization that his daughter is immortal, he'll eventually die, and she'll have to deal with it alone. And he didn't want to do with that. So, the irony that he kind of kept his money, gave it away, kept his money, gave it away, kept his money, gave it away. Constantly. Which, is a sense of valor. So when he went to the Great Fairy of Valor and requested that, she granted it. That's the gist. of it that I kind of remember. So now both him and his daughter Emmy are weapon spirits because of that.
And he mentioned before that the pistol on his bandolier was Emmy, right?
Yes. Is still dormant. He was not sure why she's still dormant. But now that you mentioned the Great Fairy of Valor, he does speak up and say, maybe I should take her back and see. You know where the fairy is, I suppose.
Yes, she was below. I almost said Mount Doom.
Mount Doom!
We took the ring.
Oh no.
Someone ring and give it to Velkorin.
Part of me wishes Vivra was there. I have something to say, but I can't.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting lore drop. I was expecting just to chat with him. Demira will pass on this information to the rest of the group if he's okay with it. Yes, it was. We were at Death Mountain, and she was far below the surface there. There are many other weapon spirits with her.
Alright, you can see him trying to think if he remembers any of them. I mean, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I figured I wasn't the only one, especially after seeing you. So, yes.
You can't be the only one. His daughter's a weapon.
Well,
too.
I know. That's why he was implying that too. The problem. Death Mountain is very hot. I'm made of gold.
Which has a low melting
Low
point.
melting point.
It was quite difficult even for me.
We're much different material than I am. I don't.
Yes, I don't even
He was about to say,
recognize
"Can I ask
allies."
that? Should I
She
ask
says,
that?"
even I. Yeah. What are you made of? Even I don't recognize the alloy that was used to make me. It seems to be some kind of combination of rare materials.
Potions and spells.
Potion.
Are ways to protect you from melting. Sorry.
That too.
Well,
I don't think Demira had any of the potions, though.
No,
No,
but
she
you
does
were a
not.
very,
Boiling
very.
hot the whole time.
Remember, Vivra burned her whole hand.
Yeah, you're a very high melting point metal.
Although, there was a potion that we made to help the others who were more sensitive to it, and perhaps it could work for you.
That probably would make. Well, it's a lead if I ever had anything, and obviously if it means I can get my daughter to wake up from her very long nap, then I probably need to do that. Well, I'll find it. He used to get tied on me. Considering I'm his weapon, I'm sure he won't say no.
Up the mountain of heat and dryness.
I just hear Vivra yelling in the background. Oh, Vivra, you're here. I didn't know you were
I
here.
wish Vivra was there. I want to say things so bad.
He is not realizing Zora.
Was that... Well, I suppose you will both need potions.
She's been talking for a while. Can Akari and Vivra have just been like, you know what, we'll go back. Which is
Yeah, we'll say it turned into a
we're
long.
walking and talking, so we could have we're walking and we meet up with you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say at like when the point of him realizing, oh, we're probably gonna have to go talk to Sidon anyways. He kind of turned the direction to start heading that way. So we'll say in the midst of your conversation, you probably get close to them.
Demira kind of speaks up and asks, like, "Oh, would it be okay to tell them as well?" I'm sure they would be interested to hear.
Oh, I don't mind at all. Yeah.
Okay, and then you guys are now filled in on everything he has said so far.
Everything. Okay, so the first thing Vivra stops the conversation on is when he says, "I don't know why she hasn't woken up," and Vivra goes, "I'm pretty sure Demira was dormant until she had a proper wielder."
Well,
I don't
yes,
know if that's true for everyone.
in the fight, I awoke to a battle with a Lionel. It was because somebody had tried to wield me.
It's interesting. So it's a bit different because Emmy was fake before.
When
Yes, and there was a note found with me that warned them not to touch me, so that was likely just the initial awakening.
Makes
So it's not the same for other weapons, then?
You're asking. Right? The process
Well,
works. I mean, you were with the Great Fairy. She probably knows.
You said that you were
yeah.
reawoken when Tempa was polishing the sword, so perhaps touch can awaken in multiple scenarios for different weapon spirits. However, Emmy's case seems to be different.
Has anyone tried to wield her?
You kind of see him frown at that question. Oh, my
she
daughter.
Kind of shrinks a little. Just if you're trying to wake a weapon spirit up, and she's a weapon spirit, I didn't mean to offend or anything. I was just, thought.
The thought of him giving his daughter to anyone else, but
I mean, at some point you gotta let him go. She doesn't. I don't think she says that. It's like
Perhaps because you are a weapon spirit now, it may be possible that weapon spirits cannot awaken each other. What if there is somebody that you would trust to hold her for a moment? You could try.
Awesome. I mean, Tempa has held her before, and nothing seemed to happen when she was.
I see.
But I'm not sure that at this point it's probably best.
It's just holding. It might also be wielding.
Yeah, go shoot someone.
Shoot.
Demira was awoken to
I volunteer.
And a fight. Esmeralda was awoken to being polished and stuff, but as a pirate of sorts, it sort of makes sense because, as from the stories I've read, pirates kind of covet their treasures. So because you were being coveted in a sense, it could have awoken you.
That's sure. But I don't know what it works with his daughter. She doesn't care about treasure. She's not a pirate. I'm the pirate.
What does she cherish? Aside from you, of course.
Why you wanna know?
I'm trying to help you awaken her if I can.
He's being defensive about his daughter.
I'm aware, and she's probably an adult by now.
Oh, very, very much so.
Overprotective dad for real, dude.
Yeah. He almost lost his daughter once. He's not doing it again.
I mean, you're okay.
That was above table.
I know.
Good question. I'll have to think on that. But for now, she's safe with me. I definitely think going to the Great Fairy would at least help me a bit. Well, I think.
Yeah, maybe. And then he gets to the point about bringing Sidon along, and Vivra goes, "You wanna bring a Zora to a volcano?"
Yes. What is that a problem?
Well, they traditionally live and exist in the water. I would think going to a place so warm would dry them out.
Oh. Didn't think about that.
Just
Didn't think that part through. I guess Temp was going with me instead then, maybe.
Tempa in the distance, like, yeah, and jumps in. Let's go right now.
No, she's the one. Remember, she's floating upside down in the fountain because she's bored.
Yeah.
I'm bored. Let's go on an adventure.
Yeah. Every time I think of that, I just remember that the way you described it, I fully pictured her face down, and I was like, this is so concerning.
Face down starfish floating through the canal,
Yeah.
bubbling into the water.
I'm bored. Anyways, at least now
I
it's
digress.
it's a starting point. See if
Yes.
we can awaken Emmy, hopefully. So, for
Does
the
Akari have
information.
anything to say?
She just kind of taking information for right now. Not too much to really add on.
So much information today.
So much info.
More!
More!
I mean, you are going to get more eventually, but
Yeah,
we're getting to a good spot
This is
here.
what happens when we finally have time to talk to NPCs.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. He's like, well, also, I assume you guys are back. Probably, I should probably.
You assume we're back?
I assume you're done with your quest. I mean, they said you guys left a week ago, but you're still here, so I guess.
He waves a hand through. We're holograms.
He tries to, max you on accident. Whoops.
Just making sure.
Well, I guess let's go find. Let's go find them. I assume that's where you guys were headed, anyways. If you're back.
Yes, to Mikau.
And this is why Fluffy arrived before us.
Yep.
Yeah, the detour.
The only reason Fluffy arrived before us is because Fluffy got bored enough at walking slowly that they just got there.
He was like walking about 20 paces ahead of you guys just so he could time it perfectly, but then you guys stopped and he was like,
boring.
Fine, I'll just go first, and I can go take a nap.
And get scritches and maybe steal treats from one of them.
Yep.
Because they'll give it to me because I'm cute.
Right. Alright, so yeah, basically Esmeralda will kind of escort you guys the rest of the way so that you don't get stopped.
Again.
And we'll say you guys are approach the throne room, which is not really a enclosed throne room, which is ironic, but yeah, you guys are heading that direction, but since it's 9:30, be a good stopping point since we were a half hour late and we are a half hour over, and we can get to the main story plot now. So probably a good time to pause and wait till we have a full party again. It looks like Mr. Velkorin didn't quite make it in time. That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay. They'll be back next time.
So,
this was such a girls' day.
It's a girls' day. Girls hanging out with their fancy gold men and their mailman. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, yeah. So we'll finish off for today. Just so we can get to the important main. Well, everything's important, but the
so much important stuff.
What's the word for it? The lost.
Main plot point.
Exposition.
The core
exposition.
Story.
The core. Yeah, all those words. Get back to that part. When we come back in 2 weeks from now. So yeah, so we'll do that. and we'll be back. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and coming to watch. And oh, yep, he is. Totally. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I was a little late, but I just messaged some
I
that
will move it.
Esmeralda's PNG is stabbing the art reel by accident. It's on the wrong layer. I was just looking down and I'm like, what
There we
is
go.
stabbing
Fixed
Demira in the head in that
Fixed him.
picture?
So-
He's just
I
on
knew
the
it.
wrong
I knew he
layer.
was the boss. I
Whoops.
said boss music appears. He's been
Whoopsies.
trying to murder us this entire time.
We have
Whoopsies.
very complicated arrangement of overlay
Yeah.
layers here,
It's-
so he needs to be below the art reel layer.
It-
But oh well, that was
Oh
a bit late
well.
noticing
We'll
that.
come back anyways next time. All right. See you guys next time. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.